Hey YouTube friends, did you know that knee cartilage problems that cause achiness, stiffness, pain, grinding and crunching in the knee are possible to fix naturally? Most medical professionals don't even believe that it's possible, and oftentimes they're just recommending pain medications, injections, and surgery. In fact, surgeons that do procedures to clean up knee cartilage are often telling their patients after they do these procedures that they'll be seeing them again likely in a few years to do a knee replacement surgery to just get rid of the joint and get rid of the cartilage problem altogether. But it's a serious surgery and it carries its own risks. And the fact of the matter is that surgeons are just doing the best they can with the knowledge they know. Their specialty is surgery, so that's what they're going to recommend if they think they can help you out that way. But if they aren't aware of ways to help out knee cartilage problems naturally without surgery, they just don't have that tool to be able to use with you if you're seeing them for a knee cartilage problem. But the truth is that it is possible to heal knee cartilage without surgery using just exercise. But just keep in mind that there is no one exercise that's going to fix your knee cartilage problem. It's usually a slew of exercises. It's a process that requires multiple exercises in increasing difficulty over time, and that time range can vary depending on the severity of your specific knee cartilage problem. There's a plan that needs to be tailored to your specific needs in order to fully repair your knee cartilage so you can get back to doing the things that you love without worrying that your knee cartilage problems are going to get worse and worse over time. So here are the 3 most important tips for exercise when repairing knee cartilage problems. Number 1, take pressure off. Specifically, take pressure off the kneecap. Knee cartilage problems often happen when the kneecap is pressing way too hard against the end of the thigh bone where the joint is, where the surfaces of the bones meet. Oftentimes it's the quad muscles, the quadricep muscles, the muscles in the front of the thigh that are too stiff, too tight, too strong, and yank that kneecap up against the end of the thigh bone way too hard. Over time, that begins to degenerate the cartilage on the back of the kneecap or on the front of the thigh bone and cause there to be too much pressure, too much bad forces, and that's how the knee cartilage problem develops. So if you feel like that's your situation, then what you need to do is just lay off. Do less walking, do lower intensity activities. You might, a lot of people that we talk to that have knee problems, they try walking for exercises to fix their knee problem. Stop doing that. You need to do things that are not aggravating to your knee so that you can take off the pressures from your knee. In fact, if you've been actively exercising your quadricep muscles, those thigh muscles in the front of your thigh, stop doing that because it's likely putting too much pressure on the kneecap. So take pressure off your kneecaps. Number 2, lots of light reps. What I mean by that is cartilage is stimulated to heal by taking on pressures, by taking on light pressures. Now think about this. If your skin can take pressure, for instance, if you think about calluses, if you go lift weights or you do some housework or yard work and you are using a broom or some tool with handles on it, you start to get callus on your hands. That's your skin's response to doing an activity that puts a lot of pressure on the skin. And of course, if you do it in the right way, your skin gets a nice callus that allows you to be able to do that job over and over again without messing up your skin. Well, cartilage has to do the same thing. So you need to put the appropriate amount of force on the cartilage so that it thickens and gets more dense so that it can take on the forces that you need to put through it for your everyday normal activities. But if your cartilage is very irritated right now, it's just like if you have irritated skin. You just can't put a lot of pressure on it. In fact, you have to put way lighter than normal pressures on it to accommodate it. So if you've got a lot of pressure on your kneecap right now and you want to put some light reps through it, you got to do super duper light stuff like biking with 0 resistance, like on a stationary bike. That might be an option. Walking is probably going to be too much. Tailgate swinging is an exercise that I've talked about in other videos. You can go check out our playlist of videos on our YouTube channel if you want and find what I mean by tailgate swings. And shameless plug, we've got a program called the 28-Day Knee Health and Wellness Boost Program, where I talk all about tailgate swings and other exercises that help to heal knee cartilage problems. But back to what I was saying, it depends on the intensity or the irritation level of the cartilage. So if your cartilage is actually not that irritated, then maybe walking can be a high repetition, low intensity or light exercise that you can do. Now we're looking at doing reps in the hundreds at this point. So if you are able to do light reps, you got to do hundreds of reps. So I'd say 200, 300, 400 or more reps, which you might not be counting the reps, you might more so count the time. And that might mean walking for 20 minutes or cycling for 20 minutes or tailgate swinging for 20 minutes or more. And you can spread this out throughout the day if it's a lot to do all at once. But it should not hurt you to do this activity. It should just kind of warm up your knees. It shouldn't make it painful at all. And if you do that, if you give your knee cartilage light reps over time, you should put it in a position where it's going to stimulate healing and it can make the cartilage more dense so that you can take on more aggressive activities, and it's a good thing for your knees, not a harmful thing. Number 3, get strong. So if you've been able to take the irritation off, if you've been able to control the flare-ups or the inflammation that you have initially with a severe cartilage problem in the knee, and then you've done light reps on your knee, exercise that just puts light pressure through the knee joints, and that's worked out for you, then the next step is to progress your strength in muscles that influence good movement in the knee joint. Now specifically, you're going to want to work out your glute muscles way more than your quads in just about 99% of cases, so that you don't put more pressure through your kneecaps. But you do need to get strong. You need to think about being able to get up and down from chairs easily. If you're the type that needs a few chances to swing your body weight back and forward and then get up out of the chair, that's not good. You need to be able to get up right out of the chair, and chances are you're missing strength to do that. If you can't tolerate standing more than 10 or 15 minutes just because you get tired, that's a sign that you're probably pretty weak as well. Or maybe you're more fit than what I'm talking about and you're able to do all that stuff, but you haven't worked out in a while, and you probably need to strengthen more from where you're at so that this knee problem isn't going to come back. So get strong in the right muscles to ensure that your knee cartilage is healthy. The reason for this is because as you get stronger and you put good forces through your knee cartilage, it thickens, it densifies, and it allows your knee cartilage to absorb more aggressive forces without becoming irritated. Essentially, you build a margin for being able to tolerate bad forces through your knee, so you protect it. And this protection is what allows you to avoid having a surgery later on or avoid taking medications or injections because of a knee problem. Now, that being said, you might still have sounds coming from your knees whenever you go up steps or down steps or squat down to get something from the ground. That's okay as long as it's not painful, then you're okay. YouTube friends, if you found that this was helpful for you, please hit the like button below here, and then do me a big favor and hit the subscribe button right over there so that you can get notified whenever we release new information about how to help your knees and other body parts as well. And if you've got more questions or you want to learn more information about knee problems and exercises, specific exercises, then 2 things you could do. Head over to our YouTube channel and find our playlist that's all about knees. We got tons of content on there that's 100% free for you. You can just go watch it all and learn a lot about the knees. Another option, if you want a more structured way and more in-depth way to fix a knee problem, if you're looking for specific help on how to fix this knee problem at home, then I encourage you to consider purchasing our 28-day Knee Health and Wellness Boost program. You can find more details about that by hitting the link in the description right below here. I hope to catch you sometime soon, guys. Have a fun day. Bye-bye.